Hi there, it's another tarot sesh. I'm the Can Astrologer. My name is Abby, and we're doing an evening reading underneath the stars. The stars aren't quite out yet, but they will be here soon. So I'm going to get this out before it gets too dark to be able to see anything. But yeah, I wanted to try this. So welcome for Aquarius. This is your reading end of June 2025, or it's meant for whenever you're seeing this. So calling on our spirits for Aquarius, higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good. So mote it be, please. End of June 2025, or whenever Aquarius is seeing this. We're going to start out with the Fairy Dust Oracle. What do we have? Underneath the deck, we've got turquoise. A turquoise crystal. Okay, this is why I shouldn't do it in the dark. Turquoise crystal is color blue. Its healing magic works on you. So you might want to grab turquoise. And then we have animal healing. No matter the culture, no matter the creature, earth, sky, or insect, animals show us how to love, care, and be. And I think it's saying something about respect. I really can't read this in the dark. So anyway, animal healing. When I get that card, actually, this is talking about if you have animals, this is about taking care of the animals around you. You may be in need of animal healing, or there could be an animal around you that needs some extra love and attention. All right. What do we have for Aquarius, please? Higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good. Of course. My cards have been flying everywhere today. Okay. Underneath the deck, we've got barrel. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. Also, just so you know, the song that I had on pre-shuffle for you when I was getting the cards together, it's called Thanks for Asking by Five Finger Death Punch. So we'll get into that in just a second. What else do we have for Aquarius, please? Okay. Underneath the deck, we have Wishbone. A wish is granted, so you will be getting a wish, or you could have gotten a wish. This energy, these cards are for energy going into the reading. So this has already happened. All right, what do we got? It's like the storyline building up to where we're at right now. So we start out with the wall. There's a misunderstanding. So you've had some kind of a misunderstanding. Then we've got, well, family wishes come true. So something, there could have been a blessing or a wish or something that happened within your family. Could have had to deal or do with a man. Dealings or relationship with a man. Could be older, younger, brother, cousin, friend, it doesn't matter. Then we have finger, warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. So now this could have happened already, or this could be happening in the near future. Then we've got dagger, fear, worries, or tense situations. So this could be the danger, the fingers pointing at the danger. Then we have wealth. This could have something to do with money or your wealth. And then we've got mountain, major challenge to overcome. And this also could have to do with wealth. So then we've got ant. And this is talking about work, achievement, and success. So somebody working diligently. And then we have a bird perched. This is somebody waiting for news, a package, or a message. Okay. And that's where we leave you. So let's get into this and see what we've got. Love this. The stars are starting to come out. What do we have for Aquarius? Higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good. End of June 2025. Let's get three main theme cards for this message, spirits, for Aquarius. Okay, first one out is the Eight of Wands. Sagittarius energy, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. And so that's either you delivering messages or messages coming to you. Oh my goodness. You had three cards fall out at the same time. I didn't even see that. So there's some kind of a message that somebody's going to be delivering. This could be coming from a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. This is some kind of like a warrior. Could be somebody from work. It also could be something like a lawyer. Somebody or someone offering some type of opportunity having to do with the Ace of Pentacles. And it is a message coming in. That could have been in the past or recent past. Now then we've got the Chariot. That's Cancer energy, okay? And the Chariot is all about messages coming in, but they're coming in quickly. This also could have something to do with travel. You could be traveling yourself, point A, point B, doing, traveling via a car or a vehicle. And it's really getting dark now. It's going to be pitch black by the end of this reading. Then we have the King of Cups. You could be dealing with the King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. This is somebody very loving, very emotional, very loyal, very wise. The Kings are also the energy of unexpected changes, and so there could be something that you have to balance out. But very wise. You could be dealing with the King of Cups. This could be like a father, a grandfather, uncle, someone like that. All right, let's get 3 cards for, what is this message about? What is this message about? Some kind of a new start, a new project. For Aquarius. Something that could have made you happy, could have had to do with family. Could have had to do with the Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. There's that Knight of Wands again. Now this is either lover boy, in and out energy, here for a fun time, not a long time. Somebody that just like here one day, gone the next. They could have just been looking for a new opportunity, a new job, and kind of come and go. It's like somebody who like learns of something or it takes chances. And as I say that, then we've got the 5 of Swords. Okay, the 5 of Swords is somebody who, they'll go into battle, but it's like, is the battle really worth the prize? This is like a bittersweet victory. Like, yeah, you could have won something from it, but what did you actually gain? So that's in the past. This is Cancer energy or Chariot energy. We've got the Page of Wands. That's somebody starting out on a new adventure. I feel like somebody like decided to take a leap of faith and start out on like a new path, a new part of life. Again, it's that fire energy. It's somebody taking action. Okay, then we've got the 4 of Cups. Yeah, they're taking action because they were bored as fuck. This is the 4 of Cups. So this is somebody bored. This is somebody over it. They're tired. They're done. So they're moving on, and that's it. They're just moving on. They're tired of waiting on messages. They're tired of waiting on people. They're tired of giving their emotions and their energy, up to everybody. Nice. I love the light. We just got more light. Okay, what else do we have for the Chariot? What do we have for the Chariot? 7 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is somebody who's like over this energy. They're tired of waiting, right? But they're still moving forward. And what they're waiting on is the growth that they've been building with the 7 of Pentacles, okay? Let's talk about growth and putting in the work, right? You have to put in the work in order to get the work in return, to get the fruits of your efforts. So this is somebody who's kind of tired on waiting on, the fruits of their labor, if you will, but it's the energy of growth and building, and it's still moving forward. Somebody could be, taking a trip, moving forward to like a new job or something, and it's the same energy. They've been tired of waiting, but this is moving forward. So what's this King of Cups? What is this King of Cups coming in? It's like the outcome. This is like what's coming in. For Aquarius, please. Okay, we've got the 6 of Cups. This is the energy of nostalgia. Okay, this is somebody from your past, maybe from childhood, or somebody that brings out your inner child or makes you feel like a child, makes you feel good, right? Somebody from your past, maybe making an offer, making an apology, coming in with some kind of a message. It's about emotions and feelings. And the 7 of Swords. I don't like this energy. Now, I would be careful. This is somebody that you may not be able to trust. This is the energy of theft, deceit, mischievousness, strategy, but in a manipulative kind of way. I just heard the word wicked. This is somebody very wicked. This is somebody who's coming in with a reason behind it. Yeah, they're being sneaky. They're being conniving. Now, hopefully this isn't you, but it could be somebody that you're dealing with. And this is where I feel like that dagger energy, the worry, fear, and anxiety that somebody's working against you, that could be this. So then we've got the High Priestess. It did fall on the ground. It could have fallen in reverse. Oh my goodness, the light just went off. So I don't know if it fell in reverse or if it fell upright. But the High Priestess, this is using your intuition, using discernment. This is you getting tarot card readings, like what you're doing right now. This is you, maybe you could even be a tarot card reader. I feel like this is the energy of somebody warned you. This is somebody who warned you, or could be warning you of this manipulative energy. You know, and it's really interesting because the last reading that I just did was for the sign of Capricorn. So you could have strong Capricorn placements or be somewhere, you know, close to them on the chart. But it also was a message of, you know, beware. It was like a warning. There could be somebody coming in, you know, trying to manipulate or change the situation or take something from you. And I feel like that's what I'm seeing here, is that same kind of energy. So then underneath the deck, we've got the Five of Wands. And that's the energy of fighting, upheaval. It's a competition. So, all right. I know that you can't see what I'm talking about right now. Oh my gosh, and one other thing I wanted to say too. So underneath the deck with the theme cards was the Strength card. So it's the Five of Wands is clarifying the Strength card, and because there's all kinds of fighting and competition around happening. It could be with a person, it could be like a job, it could be a situation, but there's definitely competition. Okay, so I know that it's like pitch black out. All right, let's see what we got. So let's get into this. What do we have for Aquarius, please? Higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity. Also, FYI, fair warning, this fairy tale oracle, it's been really spicy. All right, what do we have for Aquarius? Underneath the deck, we've got number 3, Rapunzel. Okay, so underneath the deck, we've got a Rapunzel, and it's card number 2, and it's all about liberation. You know, the story, I'm not going to get into it and like read this, especially since it's pitch black outside now and I can't really see the words, but the story of Rapunzel talks about, you know, she was trapped in a tower by an evil stepmother, and, you know, she had to be liberated and freed from the grasp of this evil woman that only wanted to keep her for herself for whatever reason. It was like beauty or magic or some kind of curse or spell, but she was eventually liberated by true love. And so there could be part of that. This could be you being liberated by love, or getting away from a situation where you're liberating yourself from, or this could be, you know, you witnessing or seeing some type of liberation take place in a scenario that's, you know, part of your life. Now, the interesting thing is top of the deck, and I mean, I sat here and this deck has been used a million times, you know, shuffled a couple times talking to you guys, and, you know, the bottom of the deck is one thing, top of the deck is completely opposite. Top of the deck, I picked, what card is this? The Princess and the Pea, and that's card number 3. So we have 3 and 2, 2 and 3, they're, you know, simultaneous numbers. And for them to show up like that, and like side by side but completely opposite, is really strong. It's a strong message. Now, the Princess and the Pea is a story of sensitivity. This is somebody who's very sensitive to the universe, you know, to spirituality, to, you know, their gifts and abilities. This is somebody who's very sensitive. Like the story itself talks about, you know, a princess, and she is in search of a prince, and the prince and his royal family is in search of a true princess. And so, you know, they say that if you're a true princess or a true royal, that if you put a pea under under a mattress and stack it high or whatever, that a princess could still feel it. And it's, you know, something similar to this, but this is actually a story of like magical gifts and abilities. This is a story of somebody who's very aware of their sensitivities. They embrace their light. They embrace, you know, their connection to source. And it also could, you know, talk about somebody embracing their magic. And last but not least, we are at the end of our reading. Magical spell cards. Talking of magic, speaking on magic. I feel like there could be somebody that's like liberating themselves, setting themselves apart from everybody else, and it's due to their magical gifts, their abilities, their sensitivities to spirit. Like they could just be a very wise person that picks up on everything that's, you know, around them, the pattern recognition and whatnot. This is somebody who's being liberated from a situation. All right, and what I'm getting is they're true royalty. They are true royalty. They were always meant to be a leader. They were always meant to be in their spot. And that's why they're coming up on top. Okay, so bottom of the deck, we've got number 26, True Love Come to Me. So the number 26 could be significant. The 26th of the month could be significant. But this is like somebody who's calling in true love. Now, this doesn't have to be a person. This can also be like this could be like a calling, you know, a true love, a calling, something that they love, something that they're really good at. Top of the deck, we've got good cheer, and that is number 25. So the 25th, are you kidding me? So we've got the 25th and the 26th, again, simultaneous numbers, complete opposites, bottom and top, 25 and 26. So good cheer. And it is too dark and I cannot even read what like this chant is. I'll write it in the comments so you guys can check it out and use it as your mantra. But this is talking about bringing good cheer into a situation. This also could talk about, you know, as you attract the love of your life or the things that you love, this brings a lot of good cheer to the situation. And I think it's because, you know, this is something that somebody is wanting to like grow, build upon, move forward. I feel like if this isn't you, you could be watching this scenario happen. It could have been, you know, somebody who was steadfast, resilient, trying to make it through a situation, make it through competition and battles. There could have been people up against her. There could have been people, and I say her because I'm looking at female energies here, but there could have been people, you know, trying to take what wasn't theirs. There could be people trying to come back and still try to take what isn't theirs. But what I'm seeing here is somebody who's liberating themselves, breaking free of all of that, and just bringing in this energy of good cheer. They're going to get, somebody's going to get what they deserve. I was just saying one person's karma is another, or one person's justice is another person's karma. So while one person gets, you know, what is rightfully so, rightfully theirs, and I feel like it could be like this liberated, sensitive individual, that's going to be what brings in this good cheer. And everybody else, you know, one person's justice is another person's karma, and they'll get what's theirs. So that's where I'm going to leave you at. We're at 20 minutes. We're in the dark. If any of this brought you messages, clarity, or insight, make sure that you drop a comment in the comments below, like, share, subscribe. And if you guys are interested in a personal reading, make sure you check out the description below this video. That way you can figure out how to book with me, and it's not hard. Just reach out to me. You can even drop me an email. And as you know, together we grow. I always appreciate the time and energy that we share together doing this. I look forward to reading for you in the very near future. Make sure you also check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars signs too for additional messages. All right, you guys have a good one. See you on the flip side. Peace.